that is truer than true. There's no one alive who is youer than you. This is one of my all-time favorite Dr. Seuss quotes, because as simple as it is, it's bursting with meaning. Very simple, yet profound. But what does it really mean to be you? What can you actually do to bring out the very best in yourself? I find that the 3 most effective ways or ideas you can use to bring out the best in you are cultivating authenticity, self-confidence, and inner transformation. I'm pretty sure that almost all of you have heard of being authentic, even if you're not sure what it means yet. What authenticity means is being true to yourself, that your exterior beauty is nowhere near as important as expressing the true beauty found within. Authenticity is brought up frequently in books, movies, and speeches. Many young individuals bring authenticity up quite often, and the importance of it could never be more true. So don't be fooled by your exterior beauty, or anyone else's. Look and dig until you find their true beauty, something that makes you or them unique and special. Don't dye your hair blonde just to look like someone else. Do it for you. Being true to yourself definitely does not mean that you can never change or experiment. In fact, I encourage you, try something totally new and get a ticket on the journey to self-discovery. Because when you do new things, when you express yourself, you feel more beautiful inside and out. When you are authentic, you come across as more confident. Studies show that when you exude self-confidence, you are found more appealing and likable to others. Authenticity is important and powerful. Another important part about bringing out the best in yourself is having bravery, because we're not always going to have confidence on the inside. Sometimes we're going to be really scared, but if we do it anyways, then that's bravery, which builds up and helps support self-confidence. Sometimes being brave and confident, however, means being vulnerable. Willing to be vulnerable is one of the most courageous things you can do. Being vulnerable means taking the risk of being exposed to rejection and failure. The difference between a brave man and a coward is that the brave man feels the fear, but does it anyway. To be able to say what you want to say and be who you want to be is the greatest kind of confidence. We're at our bravest when we take the risk, even if we could fail, be humiliated, or laughed at. If you have a dream and one you want to fulfill, you'll just have to risk being vulnerable. All great people, all creative minds, they all have to take a chance where they could end up vulnerable. It is the only way to achieve success. So I dare you, I challenge you, leave your comfort zone. Try something that you would normally never try, and be brave, be authentic. Wear the shirt that is way out of style to everyone else. If you like it, then that's all that matters. Like they always say, wear it like you own it. I was afraid to wear a headband to school once. I feared that people would think it was too flowery and fluffy, but I reminded myself of my speech, and I was re-inspired. And guess what? Nobody laughed at me. They all loved it. This taught me that in order to create happy memories and to live authentically, you just have to risk being vulnerable, no matter what. Inner transformation is another important part of following your heart and bringing out the best of you. We all change as we grow, whether it's a new look, hairstyle, or sometimes we even change our personalities and inner selves. If you're not really changing, then you're not growing either. But to keep changing, we have to take risks. We have to grasp the opportunity when we have the chance. We have to step out of our comfort zones. A man named Steve Clark once said, "There's no growth in the comfort zone, and no comfort in the growth zone." Think about the first half. There's no growth in the comfort zone. This part explains that when we're repeatedly doing something, sticking with the basics, what we've already mastered, we never really grow, learn new cultures, new dance moves, or try new foods. We never expand our knowledge or try new things. We just stay stuck. with what we're comfortable, right there in our comfort zones. For instance, when I play guitar, let's say I choose to play the same song for everyone, instead of taking the risk to try a new one. If I do that, I stay stuck. The other half of the quote is no comfort in the growth zone. And what this means is that when we're growing, when we're changing, we won't feel very comfortable or very confident either. Or if we're going to open up a coffee shop or publish a book, we're most likely going to be pretty nervous. So to keep growing, we have to take that chance. We have to grasp the opportunity. When we're totally uncomfortable and feel like giving up, we have to push ourselves to at least try. It's the only way to keep growing and changing. Otherwise, we will learn nothing new and be stuck at the basics. We also have to try to transform our insides into an even more glamorous and pure one. We need to be aware of what we're about to say before we say it, or it could work against us in the future. To help transform your heart, try thinking about the very best in everyone, but still always being yourself. And I mean truly yourself. Change can be hard, but sometimes we have to be willing to face it. For example, whenever I hurt myself, my mom or dad would always ask me, "Are you okay, Rachel?" And I would always get up, standing tall and proud, and say, "Yeah, I'm okay," in a gleefully cheery voice. But not too long ago, perhaps a year or so, I burned myself in the tropics, and it ended with me having a painful 3rd-degree burn on my hand. When my father asked me if I was all right, I yelled, "No, I'm not." I clenched my fist tightly and let out steaming hot air while tears pricked at my reddened eyes. From then on, whenever I hurt myself, I was so easily aggravated that I blamed it on people around me. We can transform for the better or for the worse. In this instance, I felt pushed downward. I softly, quietly wept on the inside and wished to have a kinder reaction again, hoping that it would just magically happen, no work required. Half of me was determined that I could change, while the other half told me to accept that I was angry and easily aggravated when hurt now. I thought it wasn't possible for me to change, or that someday I would just automatically lose that anger. And that's where self-awareness and inner transformation come into play. Inner transformation is all about choosing our response. So in other words, exercising our ability to choose our reactions. Now when I get hurt, I pull myself up instead of taking my anger out on people around me, including myself. Inner transformation is also a lot about being kind to yourself, as well as considering others. Think of yourself as someone in need. Help yourself. Love yourself. For me, practicing authenticity, bravery, and inner transformation through self-awareness, those things, they inspire me, touch my heart. So I want to leave today knowing that I inspired all of you. When I was brainstorming for my speech, I cried because of how close and beautiful it was to my heart. And that's what I want to do with every single one of my speeches. I want to give a little piece of my heart to all of you. Because if I cry, that's when I know it's truly going to be a good speech. I hope you think so too. Thank you.